Welcome to a special edition of the United States of Formula One. The guys watched the new F1 movie, and here's what they think. Take it away, guys.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One, special edition reviewing the Formula One movie.
It was amazing.
It was so good, it was smoking hot. Look at that. Huh? It was so good that his popcorn bucket is still smoking from the movie. Do you see these babies? Huh? Now, we were a little bit disappointed that we couldn't get the Sonny Hayes helmets. We were only able to get the...
Thanks, America.
We got Joshua's, though.
Yeah.
Joshua's. I actually like that better. I like the gold and the black. What if we get him to sign these?
I want the white one with the card. What is it called? What's on a card?
Like a driver's license? Oh, like an authenticity?
No, like the Ace of Spades.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, no spoilers here. But the man did like to play cards.
So are we going to go spoilers on this show?
Let's do no spoilers. Because I don't want...
Okay,
right?
No spoilers at all.
Yeah, I don't want to mess this up for people because it's early. The movie just came out on Friday, or Thursday night. We watched it on Friday.
Yeah.
It was awesome. There were 24 of us there.
24 of us.
And we sat
I was wearing my racing suit. He didn't bring his today. But I wore this. I was roasting. No spoilers. Sonny Hayes wins in the end. Anyway, keep going.
That's not a spoiler. It didn't happen. He's lying right now.
He didn't win in Abu Dhabi.
Actually, the biggest spoiler, I'm going to give it to you right now. Sonny Hayes, Brad Pitt, he was dead the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was almost like a remake of The Sixth Sense.
Yes. It was weird. I was like, oh my God, he's dead. This makes more sense.
You have to decide whether that's a spoiler or not. Not true. In all honesty, I thought, okay, I'm pretty new to racing. We've said that. Everybody knows that.
I want to take it off.
I found it to be an exciting movie. It was like a Top Gun, a Days of Thunder, almost like a Major League where you kind of dramatize the sport. So I understand that true race fans like Boogie are going to they're going to nitpick every issue. When you interviewed the Formula One drivers, they were all like, it was a good movie. And you could tell, they're like, it was so unrealistic. There's ridiculous situations that happened, but it was high intensity. It was exciting.
It was awesome. So we had D-box seats. Again, I'm going to emphasize it again because it was amazing. When we're sitting in the seats, and we can control them. We can go high, medium, low, or off. Which, why would you pay that money to be off? I went full blown. I want to be I just want to be like this.
So good. So people that don't know it. So we're in the XD theater, which is the biggest theater, the biggest sound system. Full screen is the entire wall. But then there's like 2 rows of seats toward the front that are the D-box where they vibrate and they'll kind of move side to side, up and back.
Amazing.
They vibrate. And at one point, my kids were there, my brother's kids. I looked to my right, and their arms are out during a race, and they're pretending like they're driving because it felt kind of that way.
Yeah.
If you get motion sick, I wouldn't recommend it. It wasn't quite like a Universal Studios ride, but it moves around and it kind of mimics what's going on in the movie.
Just to throw it out there. So we bought these helmets. These are awesome. I wanted the Sonny Hayes helmets, but we got these. I went 2 days earlier and got 5 of these bad boys.
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Well, he did research and found out that Singapore ran out of the helmets.
30 minutes.
They ran out of, there's like little cup toppers you could get. They didn't have them in the States, but they had them there. And it made him panic. So he was calling Cinemark every day until they had them in stock and bought them before the movie even came out.
Yeah.
But then they were nice about it. They gave us little coupons that said you can come back.
Yeah.
We each got a extra large popcorn.
5 extra large popcorns.
5 extra large
5
drinks.
extra large drinks. And this gentleman right here ate an entire extra large popcorn, Milk Duds, and 2 extra large drinks.
Okay.
I don't understand. One, I ate a half of the bucket and I couldn't feel my lips.
We were salty. I feel judged right now. First of all, we all had the popcorn, and if it's in front of me, I'm going to eat it. And Liam, my son, did have a little bit. But yes,
Okay.
I always eat an entire large popcorn when I go because that's my thing with the movies.
Extra large, by the way.
The drinks, your wife was supposed to get a drink, and she chose a water. So the guy's asking me what we want as the last one. I'm like, just get another Coke Zero. And I was trying to give it around. No one wanted it. So there's drinks on both sides of me. I'm going to drink them. I'm like a dog. I'm like a horse. If you put food in front of me, drinks in front of me, I'm going to have them.
Yeah.
I had to piss so bad.
He's just like, the popcorn, he's just like,
oh, I use this. No lies.
absolutely ridiculous.
This thing is liquid tight.
Yeah.
It's actually still in there right now, sloshing around.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But I was wearing my racing suit as well, which I couldn't wear today because it moose knuckles me up. It's so tight. I had to rip that thing off and pee right after the movie. Funny story, we're in the bathroom, and this guy was pretty witty. He's in the urinal.
About DRS?
He's in the urinal, and I'm peeing, I'm moaning because it felt so good. My kids are laughing at me. And he makes a joke and says, hey, if you don't finish in 2.9 seconds, you're going to lose a spot.
Yep.
And I go, I promise you, buddy, I'm going to get a DNF because I won't be here for a while. Back to the movie.
We're taking a picture during, and your brother has Max Verstappen. Mm-hmm. I have Landon Norris. You have Nico Hulkenberg Haas, and a couple of dudes come up to us and they're like, did Haas actually get a podium this time?
Because we were posed, the three of us together.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of educated fans there because there was laughing at the right time, making comments before and after the movie that you could tell most people there already love Formula One. Yeah. So I feel like if you are that person, you probably didn't love the movie because you're going to nitpick the details that make it cinematic. It has to be cinematic or it's going to be boring. That's what documentaries are for, Boogie. Documentaries tell facts. Movies are fun. And this is just like Drive to Survive. It's going to educate you a little bit about the sport.
It's a drama.
I agree with Boogie that it should have educated the average fan, or maybe a newcomer, a little bit more about the Constructors' Cup standings and the driver standings and how the teams work and that there's 10, there's 2 per team. They didn't really get into that enough.
You can't.
They could have gotten
How are you going to?
A little dialogue.
The movie's 2 hours and 36 minutes.
It was great.
And it was, to me, it was fantastic. One, I love Brad Pitt.
He did great.
He was fantastic. But how are you going to put all of the F1 rules into that, not make it boring AF?
I'm not saying tell everything. We're not trying to have Salami, the FIA president, explain to us the rules of the sport. I'm just saying there was times where they could have come out and just show in the background, like the standings, and maybe even the announcers, which was awesome because they had the actual television announcers from Formula One were the voices of the whole movie, which was a Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton said, if you're going to make it authentic, which it was very authentic, if you're going to make it authentic, have the actual announcers from the F1, and that's what they did.
And why would they listen to what Hamilton has to say? Why would one racer have any say in it?
I don't know. He won 7 world championships.
No, because he was a producer of the movie, you idiot.
Oh yeah, that's it.
He was a producer, so he came in, and he probably didn't give a ton of insight. It was probably, as Boogie said, he probably just did it so he could hang out with Brad Pitt. But it's a money-making event for him. He's a big enough name. He now has a production company.
Huge.
And then they're going to trust his opinion, and he's probably not going to say, oh, you should do this and this to make it more authentic. He's like, make it fun, but here's a great way to do it. So that when people go, they watch this on Friday, and then they go watch the Austrian Grand Prix on Sunday morning because they're hyped up by it. They hear those voices and say, oh my God, this was the guy in the background that was almost kind of narrating the movie.
I mean,
the lights out guy.
So during the movie, I mean, you could see Max Verstappen. Mm-hmm. You could see Carlos Sainz in Ferrari.
Yes.
Lewis Hamilton on Mercedes.
Yes.
I mean, they had Alpha Tauri, which hasn't been for 2 years. Alpha Tauri or whatever. So they had 22 teams. I mean, they had the announcers, they had the racers. I didn't see any rules broken during the movie whatsoever. None. No rules.
Now, listen,
not a one.
We're going to do another show. This is going to be our this is us liking, excited. I think fans like me are going to love it. I'm kind of surprised he loved it as much as he did because he would nitpick it. We're going to do another show where Boogie is going to probably bash it. And maybe true race fans are going to like his version and his take, and you can take that. You should go and see it. It's a movie.
It's a great movie. It's fantastic. I mean, the visuals from the racing portion of it were fantastic.
My favorite camera angle was they had a camera you could tell right on the nose of the vehicle. And so as you just see the road in front of you and you couldn't see the car at all, and it was like understanding the speeds that they're going at and almost feeling the road come at you. That was awesome.
Not to mention my seat was going like this.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't mind it at all. I want to say the only thing that I didn't like, I will put one thing that I did not like.
I'm curious.
You're going to agree with me.
Okay.
Combat.
Oh, yeah.
Combat.
Yeah, there was one scene.
That got cheesy.
That
was too cheesy.
One scene where the whole team was coming
like,
together and coming up with a plan C,
Yeah.
and then one guy started chanting it, and I looked at him. I was like, "This is too cheesy."
Yeah, don't do
My
that.
kids loved it,
Don't do
but
that.
they're 12 and 14. I looked at it, and they're cheering along. So I guess it's bringing all ages together. This isn't designed for one age demographic. They want everyone in the theater. They want families. They want single guys. They want to bring women into this.
They want Americans. This is mainly for America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It was mainly for Americans to like F1. Now, the racing, great. Not realistic.
There is
Not true.
You're going to have some wrecks, obviously. We're not spoiling it here. You're going to have wrecks because even though there's not many chaotic wrecks, there were multiple times where the cars are flipping around, as Boogie said to me earlier today. It looked like the car got trapped in a tornado.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. And I think you're saying it's for Americans. I think this is going to be another knock on Americans where you have international fans that have been watching Formula One, especially Europe.
They were all sold out too.
But even still, those European and Asian and UAE fans are going to mock this movie and say this is watered down for the idiot Americans. But you know what I say to them? You're watered down.
Yeah.
I don't know
First
what that
of all,
means. I don't know what it means.
if you look at this, it says in English, Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu. There you go.
Filmed for IMAX.
Yeah.
I want to get into the actors real quick. Brad Pitt, we know what he's going to do. He's not going to blow you away with any new character arcs. I think he is who he is, but he's just steady. He's believable. He's trustworthy. But I liked, what was his name? What was Idris's first name? Was it Dawson
JP?
or
Who?
Damson Idris, his teammate?
JP. Pierce.
Well, it was Joshua Pierce was his character name.
I have no idea what
But
his
Idris or
actor name
Ildris,
is.
he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. I think he was believable. He kind of reminded me of, what's his name in Creed? The actor in Creed.
Creed the musical?
The boxing movie, you idiot. Anyhow.
Oh, Michael Jordan?
Yes.
I mean, how can you forget that name?
Michael B. Jordan.
He was a basketball
He
player.
reminded me of him when he was up and coming because he's authentic. It felt like he was a little bit arrogant, which he had to be. He's young.
Yeah.
And he doesn't trust Brad Pitt, and he learns to trust him. It was kind of expected and maybe a little bit, wasn't like a huge surprise. But I don't know. I thought he did great. I thought that, Javier Bardem, the guy that was in No Country for Old Men. Although in that movie, he was a psychopath.
But
Was that the movie where he was murdering
Yeah,
people
he
with
just-
a cattle prod?
Ship up, up.
It was a perfect crime,
And
though,
now
because it
you're
doesn't
dead.
leave the bullet behind.
Yeah.
But in this, I thought he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the female lead, Carrie Condon, is that her name? English
Zero
woman?
little breasts.
She was awesome.
Smart.
No, she was the lead engineer for the team.
Yeah, she was.
There was good chemistry with her
Mm-hmm.
and Brad on screen.
Let me ask you this. Actually, you know what we need to do? We need to go into the spoiler episode so we can talk more about the movie. Because I want to get into things that happened in the movie. Join us on the spoiler episode next.
Love ya.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1 and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Join us next time on USF1. Like and subscribe. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025. Love ya.